Good morning. Welcome back. It is a rainy, dreary day today, so we are stuck inside, and that is the perfect kind of day to complete just a few projects around the house that have been on my to-do list for a while, but up until now they just haven't been the top priority, mostly surrounding the door spaces. So my front door and my back door. I've got a new product that I want to try out on this window here to help with privacy and safety, but removing these blinds because I really don't like them. And then also in our back door, we desperately need some new weather stripping. I have never done anything like that before. My first time attempting that kind of DIY, but I've watched a few YouTube videos and I figured, how hard can it be? So we're going to work on all of that. But actually the other day I was working on my front porch fall decor, and I've already shared that. I love the way that it turned out, but I had a delivery for a new deadbolt that day, and pat on my back, I thought to film swapping that out. So I'm going to share that footage with you first. Previously we had a deadbolt here that it didn't fit properly, and so over time it became loose and there was a gap, and it was causing me so much anxiety. It was definitely a safety concern. So I wanted to swap it out with something that gave me more peace of mind, and I figured this smart lock was the best option. So I'm going to share with you how I swapped that out and that entire process, and then we will get into trying that new product on the window and the weatherproofing. First, let me show you what I'm talking about with our old lock not quite fitting. This, I can actually fit my fingernail in here. It's a gap, even though it's hard to see because it's black, but you can see over here where it doesn't quite line up with the paint. And so it's kind of shifted this over time, and that doesn't quite notch in here the way that it's supposed to. So I wouldn't typically show you how unsecure my house is, but we're about to fix it now. So I did a ton of research before deciding to order this one, and it's so simple. Like, there's just these few pieces here, and I think I'm gonna be able to do it. So we're gonna get started and install this on my front door. Okay, I read the directions and they look extremely simple. So I'm gonna put the deadbolt in first. And essentially it just said to make sure that this up marker is facing up, and then also make sure that it's sized correctly. But you just fit that right in. And then obviously the keypad portion will go on this outside setting. So you can see there's like, almost looks like a little face right here, and then those same openings right here to fit in. And then over on this side, we have a mounting bracket, and they make it really simple for you. Embossed here, it says this is the top and this is the side that needs to be against the door. So there's no guesswork. And I just need to make sure that this comes through here. I could not believe that it only took me 8 minutes to install this lock on the door and 3 minutes to set up my app access and explore the app. The convenience of this DESLOC smart lock is unmatched. There are multiple ways that I can use the smart lock, including a PIN code, mechanical key, a backup key, and fingerprint recognition. They actually use cutting-edge AI fingerprinting technology with a 99% recognition rate and a 0.3-second fingerprint recognition process. I can also utilize the app to set notifications when people access my home through the lock, set one-time or reoccurring passcodes, and connect with Google Home, Amazon Alexa, and the G2 gateway. So if you want to try out the DESLOC smart lock for yourself, I will have a 20% discount code down in the description box and a link to the exact model that I have, as well as that G2 gateway if you are interested. So make sure you check out my description box for that discount information and all of the links that you'll be needing. And thank you so much to DESLOC for partnering with me on today's video, helping me to secure my home and offering this special discount to all of my viewers. Now, clearly we are back to present day, and I'm just wiping down the inside of my door, making sure that it's really clean, because if you saw in those earlier clips, there were definitely dirt and fingerprints all over it. And then I also want to remove the existing blinds and clean these windows really well to prep them for the window film that we are going to be installing here. Okay, so now that I have the blinds down and the windows as clean as I can possibly get them, I want to try installing this static cling window film. So one of the things that I did not like about the blinds is that they were very bulky and collected dust fast, but also they were not retractable. So I could open them to let light shine through, but I couldn't put them up or move them from in front of the window in any way. And so it didn't really let in as much light as I would have preferred. And I do have a smaller house with a pretty closed floor plan, and so natural light sources just don't shine through the entire house, and most of our rooms only have one window to begin with, so I really like to maximize on the amount of light that we can have. That's why you don't see curtains on a lot of my windows. I know a lot of you comment about that pretty frequently, but I just don't want to block off the light sources, and I felt like the blinds were doing that. So I'm going to try this window cling film. I saw my friend Carrie use this on her kitchen window, I think it was, and it's been a while, but she shared it in one of her home update videos and she said she really liked it. It does come in quite a few different patterns. You can see that there's like this staticky looking pattern here, these lines, a honeycomb pattern, but I just got this one that looks kind of like ribbed glass. I really like this because I have that kind of texture or detail in some of the decor throughout my home, so I feel like it will fit in nicely and kind of repeats through that, but it was only $7, so if I end up not liking it, I could always try out something else. It's supposed to be really easy to install. I haven't even opened it yet, so let me get this plastic film off and see what it actually looks like and what the instructions say. It is pretty. So here's the ribbed glass texture, and you can see how you can't see straight through it, so it still does protect privacy and kind of obscures the view, but it allows the light to shine through, which is the most important. And then it has a grid on the back, which should make it really easy with measuring and cutting to size. It doesn't actually come with, oh, okay, so I thought that it, did I rip this? Okay, well, don't open it the way that I did because I ripped the instructions. So the instructions are just right on the back of the packaging, but it says to measure the window, cut the film, clean the window, which we've already done, peel off the grid liner on the back, and then wet the film and the glass. So thoroughly spray the glass surface and the static side of the film with soapy water. Wetter is better. And then place the film, picking up the film by the top corners, place the wet film onto the wet surface. Continue to lay the film down with your hands, squeegee and smooth, and then trim and finish. Should be okay. All right, so we're just gonna dive in and try it.
So you think you were right? Bring it on, prove me wrong. Go put up a fight. The where do will knock you down. You know there's an ocean between us. Don't cry about it. Don't cry about it. You want me to take you in my trust. Oh no, you know that ain't the way. Oh no, there's nothing new in this game. You got to give it up, give it up. Give it up, give it up.
Okay, so I have one panel installed here and it was not difficult at all. I love the way that that turned out, but before I keep going, I just wanted to show you the privacy difference between the one that I've done and the ones that I haven't. So there's really not a difference in how much light is let in, but there is so much difference between seeing out and then therefore seeing in.
I'm wearing you out. Keep on keeping on every night. Way up in the clouds. The where do will knock you down. You know there's an ocean between us. Don't go cry about it. Don't go cry about it. You want me to take you in my trust. Oh no, you know that ain't the way. Oh no, there's nothing new in this game. You got to give it up, give it up. But you got to give it up, give it up. You got to give it up, give it up. No, 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 give it up, give it up. You know there's an ocean between us.
All done, and I love this. I loved that ribbed glass texture. It's so beautiful, and the amount of light that is still shining through here, this is exactly what I wanted. I really like the way that this turned out, and you can see how much brighter this space looks now. And I only used like maybe a quarter of the product that was on here. I have almost the entire roll left, to be honest. I could do multiple other projects with this. Definitely there's enough to do my entire kitchen window plus some. I think that if you had multiple windows or like the panels of windows around the entire door, just one roll of this would be more than enough to complete that entire project. But I think that it turned out so good. And I do have to say that now that it's so much brighter, it almost looks like just a blank white space, like a really large blank white space. So maybe that means that I should paint the door, not this natural cream color, which is the accent over here, and then Swiss coffee is the color here. But what would you suggest for this door color? I definitely can't do it today because I don't have any paint, but what do you think I should put over there just to make like a little statement, a little contrast without completely overpowering the space? Maybe I'll do that pretty soon if I get some good suggestions, or maybe I'll just start looking for paint samples. But now that we've got that done, let me take you to the back door and show you what we need to do here. I don't bring you into this space quite often enough anymore, but here is my back door, and I don't think you can see it from far away, but maybe if I get up close, do you see that right there? It's like a big gap. And I'm pretty sure that is because of failing weather stripping. This is the weather stripping that we currently have here, and it feels like maybe it's just not doing its job anymore because it is pretty mobile, and from up here it falls down pretty often and we have to stick it back up. So I ran to the store and I got this, and My understanding is that it is just a peel and stick product. It says it's an all-purpose silicone gasket. I did get it in the doors and windows section of the hardware store, and it says premium quality silicone rubber seals out drafts and dust, listed and tested for smoke and draft control, seals doors and windows, and it's self-adhesive, right? Which is exactly what we need. So it should be as simple as removing the old seal, cleaning up the door jamb, and then installing this almost like a sticker.
Come out and play. It's Saturday, and I promise I'll love you much better now. The sour taste will wash away, 'cause I promise I'm better now. Wouldn't hold it against you if you say that you don't wanna get close to me, close to what we used to be. But I just feel like dancing. Are you feeling it too? Oh baby, won't you love me? Won't you love me? Won't you love me? Love me like yesterday. Don't you feel it? How it feels, babe. Won't you love me the open kind of new way? Love me like yesterday. I'm sure messed up, not once or twice, but every time you thought that we did alright. But I thought it through, and I'm missing you. And I promise I'm better now. Wouldn't hold it against you if you say that you don't wanna get close to me, close to what we used to be. But I just feel like dancing. Are you feeling it too? Oh baby, won't you love me? Won't you love me? Won't you love me? Love me like yesterday. Don't you feel it? How it feels, babe. Won't you love me the open kind of new way? Open kind of new. Tell me you're feeling it too, babe. And love me like yesterday. Open kind of new. Tell me you're feeling it too. And love me like yesterday. Wouldn't hold it against you if you say that you don't wanna get close to me, close to what we used to be. Yeah. But I just feel like dancing. Are you feeling the groove? Oh baby, won't you love me? Won't you love me? Won't you love me? Love me like yesterday. Don't you feel it? How it feels, babe. Won't you love me the open kind of new way? Open kind of new. Tell me you're feeling it too, babe. And love me like yesterday. Open kind of new. Tell me you're feeling it too. And love me like yesterday. Love me like yesterday. Yesterday.
Let me just say that while it feels good to have gotten that off of my list and just have that experience, I guess, DIY experience under my belt, homeowners experience, I do think that this is probably one of the least successful small house project, home improvement DIYs that I have ever tried, because I don't think it actually fixed the problem. Again, I'm not sure if you can see it or not. I'm trying to move around in like multiple angles, hoping that you'll, right there. Do you see that? You can kind of catch the light. So that's what it was like before. It's still like that now. And I think maybe it is a door or door jamb problem and not necessarily a weather seal issue, because I've got this seal in here, it's nice and secure, and we're still seeing that. So if you have any advice, have dealt with something like that yourself, know what it could be, please let me know. I am definitely not afraid to attempt another DIY to fix that, but if it's a problem that like really needs a contractor or a handyman, I'm open to that suggestion as well, because I don't want to mess it up any more than it already is. And I don't think that that was actually the solution. I don't think the weather seal was the only problem. It definitely was a problem. The seal was failing, and we have had to just like stick it back up multiple times because we'll walk in the door and it's falling down. So that was something that needed to be replaced, and it wasn't terribly difficult. I figured it out. It's pretty straightforward, so I'm glad to have it done, but it didn't fix the problem that I thought I was having. So again, if you know what could be done, please let me know. But I am happy with the progress on this front door, so I'll take that. I love the window film and am loving my DESLOC smart lock. So don't forget that I will have the links down in the description box, and I am partnered with DESLOC on today's video, so I'll have all that discount information and the links where you can purchase your DESLOC smart lock down in the description box. Once again, thank you so much to DESLOC for partnering with me and sponsoring today's video, giving me this peace of mind and helping me to upgrade the security and accessibility on my home. And thank you guys for choosing to spend your time here with me today. I hope that you maybe learned something or at least enjoyed your time hanging out. If you did, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. That always helps to support my channel, and subscribe if you aren't already, because we are getting very close, very close to Halloween decorating, and I've got some larger projects coming up here on the content schedule as well, so I'm excited to share those with you. But anyway, thank you all for being here today, and I hope I see you in the next one.